Don McLean is a living music legend. As a singer and songwriter, we all know that he is best known for the 1971 hit song, American Pie. That rock and roll masterpiece is an American cultural touchstone. Don has been inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame with his music composition that have been covered, now get this, by Elvis Presley, Perry Como, and Madonna. Now, folks, if that doesn't cover the spectrum, I don't know what does. Anyway, Don's And I Love You So was even chosen for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding day love song. I am so proud to welcome Don McLean. Don, thank you for coming.
You're giving me an out-of-body experience. I can't believe you're talking about me, but...
Well, no, it's such a thrill.
Thank you.
For me to have you here. What were the influences that got you first focused on music?
Well, I have three kinds of music that I understand. Old-fashioned popular songs, early rock and roll, like from the 1950s through the 60s, and then near the middle 60s, I kind of lose it. And
a lot of people lost it in the middle of the 60s.
Folk music is another big influence. So I know folk music well, and those kinds of things. But I like the simple rock and roll, you know, Buddy Holly and Gene Vincent, and the Beatles came along, and they did so many different things in so many. They weren't like a single sound, and that really impressed me. I love the diversity. They would try a whole new melody and a whole new way of writing a song. So I would do that. Like Wonderful Baby is not like Castles in the Air, which is not like And I Love You So, which is not like American Pie. They're all different, and so that was what I tried to do, and that's what got me, those influenced me.
One of the big honors that you've had was getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Do you take that stuff, I mean, Songwriters Hall of Fame, Hollywood star, does it just sort of go in and out, or is it like, wow, I got to cherish and savor this moment?
Most of the time, I can't believe it's happening. You know, they had me to the White House in 2000, and I sang American Pie at the foot of the Lincoln Memorial to about 600,000 people before the year 2000 happened. And, you know, that was a big moment. And then when the year 2000 came, they had the Washington Monument lit all the way up, and it said 2000 at the top.
I want to talk about a song that we're going to ask you to sing here in a little bit.
Sure.
The song Vincent, or as many people call it, Starry, Starry Night, but the song is about Vincent van Gogh.
Yeah. Well, I never, you know, I read this book by his brother, Theo, and, you know, I wanted to do something about an artist. And I never really heard a folk song, a pop song, or an old rock and roll song that was ever about a painter. All I did was I just looked at the Starry Night painting, and the painting sort of told me what to do, because the painting has circularity, and a lot of times people who are a little bit crazy, which you can be very creative if you're just a little crazy. If you're too crazy, you know, you come apart, but there's a circularity, you know, like that, you know. Yeah, I just sang it into a tape recorder. That's how I write. I just sing, stuff comes out of me, and I start to sing it, make it up. You know?
And the next thing, you've got a hit song.
But the thing is, it's got to say back to you what you feel inside.
Yeah.
That's the thing about a song and songwriting that a lot of people might not know. If you have a feeling, and there's all sorts of colors in us and feelings, if you want to capture that, and you're working on that song, you hear that thing back, it's got to give you that feeling every time. That's a hard thing to do. I mean, that's how I work.
Well, I want to tell you, we're going to have you sing for us, because we're not going to bring you all the way here and then not do that. And then I've got to get a promise out of you that you will come back and be with us to celebrate the 50th anniversary of American Pie. But we want to wait until 2021 so we can get it in that time.
Well,
so,
I will do that, and thank you for inviting me.
Well, and we'll talk about that song then, which I'm excited about. In a moment, Don McLean is going to perform, but first, Keith Bilbrey will tell you how you can get more of the music of Don McLean, and I know you will want to.
Well, for all things Don McLean, including his October release of Still Playing Favorites, please visit donmclean.com. And you can listen to all of Don McLean's music on Spotify.